I thought it could be fun if I took you along with me for a realistic reading vlog, just to see how much reading I'm actually doing each day. I have a few library books that I need to finish. I just wanted to see, given that it's summer and so I'm not working, how much am I reading every day? I will say I'm not working, but I am doing work still, if that makes sense. So usually my mornings are reserved for work and then I read in the afternoon. For example, today's Monday, it is almost 4 o'clock and I have not read at all today. But yesterday I read 361 pages. I basically binged a whole book and finished it yesterday. So I'm going to see how many pages on average I read each day and see how many I can read by the end of the week. I also wanted to do a little reading journal update. Big news, I got a bingo, look at that. I've not updated all of my books that I've actually read this year. I need to add all of my June reads here, but the bingo is really easy to keep up with, so I kind of update that as I go. But look, ta-da, I got a bingo. And I'm super close to a bunch of others, so I'm just gonna see how many I can get. And my A to Z reading challenge, I have a lot of the letters filled in. Do I have half of them yet? 14, I'm over halfway there. Granted, I still have some really hard letters left. And I updated these 2 pages. So I added my books. Look how many more in June. Like, that is insane. And then I added my ratings and my reading tracker. Look how consistent I was. I didn't read every single day this month, but it's still a ton more than any other month. So hopefully July looks the same. Look, isn't that so cute? Ignore the J, she's crooked, I don't know why, but the flowers, adorable. Anyway, I haven't actually done like my spreads for July, but I will do that sometime this week. I'm not too worried about it. It is Tuesday. Yes, it is Tuesday. As you saw in the last clip, I went to the library today and I got some more books. So we have Poison Study by Maria V. Snyder. This has been on my TBR for about a year now. I started it today, but I'll talk about it in just a second. I also picked up No Exit by Taylor Adams. I was looking for The Last Word by Taylor Adams because I've seen so many good things about it. But this was the only Taylor Adams book that my library had today, so I figured I'd give it a shot. I'm excited. And this last one is a little bit of a monster. It is To Sleep in a Sea of Stars by Christopher Paolini. I have read Paolini before. I actually read the Aragon series when I was in high school and I loved it. I was obsessed. And granted, that's technically a young adult series, which blows my mind because those are some meaty books. But this is an adult sci-fi fantasy about someone who like goes to space trying to colonize, maybe, and there's aliens and I don't know. Okay, it is 843 pages, which isn't that bad because I think the longest book I've read this year was over 700 pages, so I can do it. Not a big deal. But I started with Poison Study. So far, I'm loving it. I am on page 185, which is chapter 17, so I'm almost halfway through, and I'm really liking it. Basically, you're following this girl who I literally already forgot her name. I don't know. It's in first person, and when things are in first person, it's so hard for me to figure out what their name is. Oh, Yelena. It's Yelena. When we're introduced to her, she is in a dungeon waiting to be executed. But instead of executing her, they offered her the opportunity to be a food taster for the king or whatever he is. So basically she will try all of his food to make sure it's not poisoned. And that's basically all I know so far. It's been really exciting. There's a lot of backstory and magic that we haven't really gotten into yet, but I'm really excited to dive into this more. This is, I believe, a trilogy. There might be 4. Yesterday I read 0 pages. None. I don't know why. I wanted to. I also just didn't want to start something kind of random, which is why I went to the library today to pick up all of these books. And my goal, should we be ambitious? My goal is to finish 2 of these books this week. I think I could definitely finish this by tomorrow if I actually read tomorrow. I bet I could finish this because it's a thriller and it's pretty short, 330 pages, and the font is huge. Do y'all see that? So I think I could definitely knock this out by the end of this week as well. I said I wanted to finish this book tomorrow, but I just finished it. This lighting is awful, but I started and finished this book today. I have to get the rest of the series now. This was insane. Last time I checked in, I was about halfway through, and I said that I wasn't really sure what was going on. Literally, as soon as I picked it back up, I couldn't put it down. Like, everything just took off. Tension was high. There's this tiny subplot of romance that you just get crumbs of the whole time. And it was so good. So I highly recommend. I'm honestly surprised I don't see more people talking about it. Obviously, it's an older book, but if you see this, you need to read it. It was incredible. I'm headed to the pool in our apartment complex, and I brought No Exit by Taylor Adams. I'm also a little concerned because it is literally so hot today. And I'm pretty sure No Exit takes place in like the winter time. Like the cover has snow on it or something. I don't know. So we'll see if that like totally throws off my immersion sitting out by the pool and reading a winter thriller, but I think it'll be fine. If nobody's at the pool, I might record there, but obviously if people are there, that's so embarrassing and I will not be doing that, but I guess we'll see. Happy 4th of July. It is Independence Day, and I finished No Exit by Taylor Adams. I really liked that the entire book only took place over 13 hours. So it's like through the night, everything happens. I saw a few things coming, but I wasn't able to predict everything. I think this author does a really, really good job of setting things up to where you can guess them on your own, but it's not like, he's not like telling you everything, if that makes sense. So it's still, I felt like I was an active participant while reading this book, which I really like about thrillers. If I'm not like invested, then I'm not gonna be guessing, but this one had me invested, and I feel like there was so much that happened within such a short period of time. So it was really exciting and things kept happening. I will say it is pretty gruesome. As far as books go, probably the most gruesome I've read personally, with just the way that some of the things are described. Like, it's not, I wouldn't classify it as horror or anything like that, like, but it is a little bit gory. So just, if you're gonna read it, kind of be prepared for that. There's 6 parts to this book and over 800 pages. Oh no, there's 4 different appendices. I'm not gonna understand this book at all. Oh. What? I don't know what that means. And I started The Monster to Sleep in a Sea of Stars by Christopher Paolini. I am only 60-ish pages in, and there's 800 of them, but it's fine. So far, I'm intrigued. I was really worried because at the back there's all these like appendixes. I'm pretty sure it's appendices. That, yeah, there's all of these different ones. There's a timeline one, technology one, ship-based combat in space, whatever that is. So all that to say, I'm intimidated, but I was worried that just within the first chapter, I was gonna be so confused and not wanna keep reading it, but it's been very easy to follow so far. The storyline's very reminiscent of Alien, the movie from like the 70s. Basically like just the whole franchise. Not specific plot points, but you know, being exposed to some alien whatever and it contaminating people and all of that. So I'm still in the beginning of this book. I'm happy with it. I have been saying ever since I watched the Alien movies this summer, I have been wanting to read Alien books. And I happen to see this one, and the like blurb sounded very alien-like, and the first 60 pages have been very alien-like. So I am hoping, I have literally no idea what else is gonna happen in this book. There is so much left, and we've already like had major plot points happen. So I'm curious, intimidated, but excited. So we will see if I finish this one this week. I doubt it. Let's go ahead and wrap this up here. I actually fell asleep reading To Sleep in a Sea of Stars last night, and I did not get very far. But let's go over my totals for each day, how many pages I read. On Sunday, I read 361 pages. Monday, I read 0. Tuesday, 409 pages. Wednesday, 146 pages. Thursday, 131 pages. And yesterday, Friday, 31 pages. My kind of goal, I guess, I didn't have like a specific goal, but kind of what I was aiming for, what would be nice, was 200 pages a day, and I averaged about 180 pages a day. So I'm pretty proud of that. I had 2 really, really high reading days and then 2 pretty low reading days. So I think it all balanced out at the end. I also wanted to show my July spreads. All I have so far are these 2 pages, but I think they're adorable. And it is very similar to the video that I've been doing just now, which is tracking how many pages I read each day. So on this page, I have the books that I've read and I've color coded them. That way on this page, it's actually a chart for how many pages I read each day. So I think it turned out super cute, and I'm excited to see it when it's all done. I also finally went back and added some doodles on these pages. Super cute. And here, I think I said I was gonna have a page dedicated to my favorite reads. I forgot that I was gonna do that, and I made this a page to track my DNFs for the year, which so far I only have 2, and that's Jurassic Park and A River Enchanted. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, let me know how many pages you read in a day if you track that kind of thing, and if you've read any of the books that I read in this vlog. I will see you in the next one.